You're given this cubic equation and you're asked to find the remainder when px refers to this whole equation. Now in the equation, if the equation given to you, there's no name for it, like no fx, px or whatever, right? You must start off the question by letting fx equals to this or px equals to this. But if they give you the name as px, then you just use it, okay? So find the remainder when this is divided by this. This is the easiest kind of question. What you need to do to find the remainder is you let this that you're dividing be equals to 0. And from here, you can find your x. So you minus 5 both sides, you get minus 5 here. Divide by 3 both sides, you get minus 5 over 3. So what you need to do is you sub in minus 5 over 3 here. Okay, this shows that you are subbing this minus 5 over 3 into this function called p and replace all the x with minus 5 over 3, alright? Now, you cannot afford to not do well for such questions. These are all giveaway questions. So press calculator, get the answer. That's the remainder, okay? Next, show that 2x minus 3 is a factor of this. Now, factor means when I divide this by this, I don't have any denominator. I don't have any remainder, sorry. When I divide this by this, I don't have any remainder, okay? So that's what we mean by factor. Now again, you equate this to 0, just like just now, right? To find out what x value to sub in. So it's 3 over 2 lah, okay? So you sub in 3 over 2 here into this equation, replace all the x with 3 over 2, 3 over 2, and then you press calculator, you get 0. Once it's 0, right, you must make the conclusion. This is a proof factor, so you say by factor theorem, this one is a factor of px. Okay, that's it. Alright, so important thing is you need to show this particular working. Alright, next, show that px equals 0 has only one real root. Now, when they say only one real root, you actually have to factorize this whole thing and then show that, okay, so this thing is actually this equation that you're given, right? So you have to understand that in the earlier part here, they're actually hinting to you that this is a factor. So you use that as a factor. Now, how do you find this other part here? You take a look, this is a cubic equation. Cubic, that means power 3, the degree is 3. This is degree 1. So you definitely have to have an x squared here to give you this 2x cubed. So I already have 2x here. 2x times what will give me 2x cubed? Must be x squared. This must be 1. 2 times 1 is 2. X times x squared, x cubed. So you have this, all settled. Alright? Now, we always settle this and the number. So let's handle the number. Minus 3 times what will give you minus 18? You can actually just take minus 18 divided by this. Now, a lot of you, as I mentioned, don't know that this minus belongs to this value. Okay, it's always snack. Sign, number, algebra, check over. Okay, so you take minus 18 divided by minus 3, it is plus 6. Okay, but of course, there is another constant here. I don't want to use p, so I use maybe m. This m, I need to find the m, okay? So I'm going to do my side working here so that I don't interfere with this working here, main working. I'm going to compare the coefficients of x. Meaning to say, I'm going to see down here, oh, there's no x, right? Means the x value is 0. Okay? X value is 0. Then this times what will give me x? Must be this times this number, right? So 6x is on this side. Okay, because I'm comparing coefficient only, so I don't write the x. Coefficient means the number in front of the x. Okay, then what else will give me x? This minus 3, remember this minus belongs to the 3. Minus 3m. Again, I don't write the x. Okay, why? Because I'm just comparing coefficient. Now, when I work this out, I'll get m equals to 2. which means that my this is actually equals to x squared plus 2x plus 6 equals to 0. Okay, and once I've gotten this, I'm ready to do the question already. Okay, let me double check whether it's correct or not. 3mx minus 3mx, then wrong, because you see 2 times 6, I made a mistake here, right? It should be 12. Okay, so it's worthwhile to do a check. So this is minus 12, which means that it is 4. M equals to 4. So this must be 4. Alright, so sometimes it's good to do a check. Okay, what you do after this is this times this. You need to factorize this, right? But you already can see from the question that they tell you that there's only one root. So later you need to conclude that this is the only root. Alright, so in between here, you need to now prove to them. Actually, the main thing they want you to do is to prove to them that the x squared plus 4x plus 6 equals to 0, right? This equation cannot be solved. Now, if you press your calculator, right, you will end up with some I thing you will end up with this 3/2. That's one answer. Then you will find that I have numbers but your numbers will have the I something something plus something I. The I is a complex number. You only learn in JC. Okay, so it means that there's no real roots, only got imaginary roots, which is I. Okay, that's the meaning of I. I stands for imaginary. So this, how do you show that there's no real roots? You need to use b squared minus 4ac. Okay, so b squared, you need to show this working minus 4ac, and you'll find that is 16, 24, minus 8. So it's less than 0, so no real roots. You need to conclude here no real roots, and that's it. Okay, now one thing you need to take note of is this is one kind of question they can ask you. Another kind of question they can ask you is they can actually tell you that the roots are, let's say, 3/2. Okay, then another question not this question, okay, maybe half, and then 2. Okay, so how do you form the equation? You have to cannot have denominator one, so you need to get rid of the denominator first, and this is one of your factor. Get rid of the denominator first. This is the other factor. This one no denominator, so it's just like that. So these are your 3 factors, and from here you will be able to get your cubic equation. Now if they tell you that, let's see, if they tell you that the coefficient of x cubed is 12, okay, then you check 2 times 2x times 2x times x will give you x cubed, right? But it's only 4x cubed, so how to make it become 12? It means that there must be a 3 here. So this will be your px. Okay, so you need to be able to move forward, move backwards. So this is something you need to know. Okay, the other thing is if they it's not this question, example, if they ask you to solve, let's say this x squared plus 5x then minus 7 equals 0. Okay, then they ask you to leave your answer in surd form. Then how do you do? When they ask you to leave in surd form, definitely you know your answer is not a very nice answer, so you need to use this b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, right? So it'll be minus 5 plus minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Okay, then you will have plus minus then you don't go and press calculator for the square root. Okay, you can press calculator for the inside only. So when you press calculator 5 square minus this, right, let me see, 28, 53. Okay, so this will be leaving your answer in surd form. Alright, so if they want 2 separate numbers, then one of them will be The other one will be minus 5 over 2 minus square root 53 over 2, like that.